Welcome or welcome back to energy. Let's see what we can see today. Not even for the day. The day is still writing itself. Just for the moment. You tapping in for the moment, y'all. This is my top of the morning reading, actually. Just getting started. So, I'm going to hit this blunt because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's good for me. Especially when I'm doing readings. It helps me to release, like, hyper focus on things. So it just, I feel like, allows the reading to flow without me being afraid of treading uncharted territory. Because I'm noticing all the readings that I'm like, oh, I'm probably not going to upload that one because I was stumbling over my words. I was stuttering. I don't know what was going on. It felt a little like scattered, but then I listened to it and it's like, oh shit, wow. That was a good reading. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the flow since the flow seems to be safe and secure and working for me. Let's do it. All right, so I hope that as a collective whole that you guys are embracing the flow state or the Zen state that is currently part of your spiritual awakening. And yeah, I wish you all the best. All right, let's get into it. All praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over mine. All right, let's see. We're starting with the shadow deck. And I'm kind of pulling a blank on what the energy is. So let's see where this goes. That was Harpy in reverse. I'm not going to take it, but something about maybe someone who could have felt as if they were being virtuous, but really in hindsight is seeing that it is more so like ravenous or revengeful, a revengeful spirit. Someone could be turning around or turning away from a revengeful spirit, okay? Doesn't mean that they don't still see the same things they see. They don't still feel the same way they feel. Doesn't mean that they won't move or operate from that place of authenticity or integrity or clarity. But there is action that comes with a revengeful spirit. And I feel like someone is turning around from that, walking away from that. So that could have been someone who was destructive or causing like a... that's my storm card. Harpy is usually my storm card, but this would be someone who is choosing the path of peace. The path of flow, sorry, flow. The path of flow, the path of Zen, harmony. All right, easy street. Nice. Okay, we got Fox. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius. Those signs, you have shape-shifting abilities. Someone's falling into the imposter syndrome, though. So you have the ability to shapeshift. Someone, though, I feel is falling into an imposter syndrome where the ability to shapeshift has overrode, and this could be in the past because I just saw a demon in reverse, but it's like it overrode their ability to move authentically. They would let go of their authenticity in order to shape shift not just themselves into a desired version of self, but also to shift the reality. So someone is now like accepting their truth and accepting maybe cohesion. You can you can shapeshift and create different aspects or pull different aspects of your personality to the forefront without abandoning your whole and total truth. Like, that is never what should be asked of you. That is a complete and total sacrifice. So anytime that something is asking for that type of sacrifice from you, your whole entire truth, then it is not good for you. And I feel as if this could be someone who felt more included, or they felt like, the fox is like a wild animal, but it's very tamed. Actually, they deserve to be maybe like in social environments, or they fit very well into social environments, kind of like giving like the Tarzan Jane type of energy, but not necessarily a connection, like just within one person. Your feminine energy, your masculine energy. It's about balancing out. It's not about giving up the whole Tarzan that you are, the person who loves to run free and run wild, the person who can go to higher heights. You can climb the trees and you can stay up there. You can literally jump and travel. You can jump timelines. You can, stay in a very high vibrational space for a long period of time and survive just fine. You're able to see what's going on the ground. You're able to jump down and be a part of or tackle anything that you need to. Like that roughneck, that ride, that, I don't know, it's like a just wild and free. Canine type of energy. Like, you can't give up that total authenticity just because the side of you that it would be that Jane that is like a socialite, or that is highly respected and revered in certain communities and rooms, things like that. Like, you don't have to give up your total and complete truth to pretty much shapeshift into a version of self that would be more palatable to certain groups. And vice versa for Jane, even though she found a lot of excitement and comfort, freedom in like joining Tarzan's world, it still was not beneficial to her to give up all of the connections and the luxuries and the things that she wanted, like her dreams, her desires. It wasn't beneficial to her to completely shapeshift into like Tarzan's, his perfect match. It was beneficial for her to also maintain some version of her truth. So for some of you, maybe it is a connection, and that's just what the two of you are learning, is that you don't have to abandon all of who you are in order to become all of who someone else would be drawn to or attracted to. In fact, that would actually probably have the opposite effect. What is joining you together, there is a fine line that the two of you share, but your authenticity still, it spreads out to opposite polarizations of the energy that you dominantly stay in, or that you were raised in, or that is part of your DNA. So, that's your authenticity. And part of that authenticity is what gives you like the perfect cocktail, that perfect harmony of coming together. You are actually drawing one another over to the other side so that you can become this. I'm just seeing colors. You know how red and blue make purple? That's what I'm seeing. This is a third eye connection here. But you have to conquer fears. And you even may become something that you once feared, but not to the extent of your worst fear. It's somewhere in the middle. It's somewhere in that center, somewhere in that purple space, that intuitive space, that vision space. It's your vision, outside of other parameters, even outside of the matrix, the matrix of the mind. Just thoughts, beliefs. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. And usually that's a thought that came from someone else. And so until you absorb it and kind of shake it around with who you really are, you really don't know if that thought is really your truth or not. So it's something about that. And then also like the truth. Coming over into the blue side, there are certain truths that we have shied away from embracing or fully embodying because of the fear of how it could affect others around us, or how it may shape people's perspectives of us. And it can push us into a people-pleasing energy when we choose not to move too far over into the blue. But you don't want to go so far into the blue that you're only doing what other people are thinking of you and wanting of you and craving of you. Even if it is a part of your truth, it's not your whole truth. So this connection, I do feel it serves as like a protection, but it's also like the beginning of this integration of both your shadow and your light. So this could be happening, like I said, independently for some of you, but for others, it's a connection that's really helping you with this. And it doesn't have to be a romantic connection. It's a soulful connection. So this is soulmates on any level, be they platonic or familial or romantic. What else? Now I was hearing clock that T. Clock that T. Haunted house in reverse. Someone was trying to keep memories alive, old memories alive, trying to recreate versions of you very specifically, but they weren't able to. This may be an energy that you are also tapping into, a desire for something from the past. But the past comes with a lot of different things. And sometimes you can dredge up old spirits and feelings, emotions that you don't want in your home, that you don't want in your life. And a lot of times it's coming with the things that you're unwilling to leave behind because you're afraid that they can't meet you in the present or in the future. But you have the key to something. Look at this. You have the key to hidden knowledge, wisdom, awareness of how to use your experiences to pretty much gain you the opportunity to unlock the things that you want, whether that's in people, whether that's in businesses, opportunities, just whatever it is that you're looking for in your life. It doesn't have to go back to the way that it used to be. It doesn't have to be like a replay of the past. You are capable of reaching in, tapping into that one stream of knowledge or that one stream of an experience, that one stream of wisdom that will gain you the access to what you want in the here and now. Because it could have developed, it could be better now, you could be better now, you can do better with it now, it could be more now. Like, your power is in the now, not in the past. But the past can't offer a lot of clarity of certain things that you do want to bring back into your reality. So this is about self-power too. I was getting that someone could have, like, yeah, you do have someone, you have a ghost from the past that was very fixated on past versions of you, but they don't know your struggles. They don't know what brought you to that. So this is something that you were cleaning up. So maybe even if you have adopted certain things or you've brought certain things from your past back into your reality, they're not coming with the same like unhealed trauma. Usually trauma is what develops us. That's why they say fire makes diamonds. Fire doesn't feel good. It's meant to burn you alive. It's destructive. It's meant to be destructive. So, but it's destroying everything that is not the light, everything that is not your truth. Not even just the light, even the darkness. Like, it's killing everything that's not your truth. It's a purification process, a refinement process. So the pressure doesn't really feel good, and maybe there's something about the pressure that was unnecessary, even in this situation or currently, but you're bringing back that ability that you got without the pressure. So somebody I do feel was trying to put pressure on you or wanted to put pressure on you is unnecessary. And I don't even feel like this is energy that they're able to access or tap into anymore, because it's haunted house in reverse, but you have the ghost in the upright. So you do have a presence that is like fixated on you, and this is someone that you already know, but they cannot cross certain boundaries the way that they used to. So they don't have this hold over you, but their presence may be known by you. And it's up to you whether you choose to accept that, presence in your life, or, pay attention to it or not. Someone's shadow is also up. This is like a level up here. You were avoiding certain situations because you didn't feel comfortable in them. You have the Grim Reaper. It's putting an end to that. So you have a new mask, a new shadow. I was talking about that with the shape-shifting. Something about your ego has redeveloped, it's changed, and the mask, what people see, is different now. This is causing certain energies, certain people that carry certain energies or entities to move with caution with you. It's a protection for you. But also this is alignment, duality. It's allowing you to move freely between any vibrational space. So you can be you can be with people at the lowest of their low and the highest of their high, and not be affected, not experience, some kind of karmic blowback because you are in that vicinity or you are connected with them. Like, this is kind of the protection that will avoid, you're not having to avoid people or situations. Situations and people that are not good for you will begin to avoid you. So you may have been in like a runner energy, but you're not going to be in that runner energy anymore. You are the Grim Reaper. Somebody, this is your new shadow. I feel like I should say like happy birthday or grand awakening, because you are the Grim Reaper. In the realm of light where shadows converge, in the realm of twilight where shadows converge, the Grim Reapers guide souls to the verge. You deliver souls to their maker, because you have tapped into the power of both. Like, these energies, these entities that dominantly rule our reality, you are tapped in and you carry the entities of both. So it doesn't matter who their maker is. Okay, if you want to cast it as hell or heaven, God, or the devil, it doesn't matter. You can deliver, you can show, your energy can awaken anyone to their truth and their maker. But this also means that they can't possess you. You are self-possessed. So that's what's happening. You know that weird shit, and people, you be like, what the hell is going on here? Because they're empty vessels. And they're being fully operated by these entities. You carry both of these entities, and you carry it consciously. So no one can possess you. So, but we are heavily influenced by energy. You can't even see it. It's in the air that you breathe. It's in the air that you breathe. Prana, life force, energy. You can't see it. You have to have your third eye awakened. You have to have your sixth sense activated. You would have to be intuitive, or you would have to watch or connect with someone who was intuitive in order to be able to see what energy you're operating under, what energy you've been breathing in, and where it's coming from, and how do you get around it. Like, so this is something that your eyes are open to now. So it's not like some energy or entity can override what your truth is. 444 is significant. It's a very significant number that has to do with your spiritual protection and power and stability. Masters of manifesting. All right. What else? Let's see. Hi, chat. What is Universe Girl? Hi, Universe Girl. Riley, are you talking to spirits? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to humans. I'm talking to humans. What are you talking about? I don't need a camera to talk to spirits. Come on now. You ever heard of prayer? You need a camera to talk to spirits, or table to talk to spirits, or cars to talk to spirits. And you need it to communicate to people. Or spirits who have messages for people. It's just an intermediary tool. Alright. I ain't gonna take in too much of the chat if y'all gonna be asking me stupid questions that irritate me. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like that. Don't bring y'all fear in here anymore. I want you, if you're going to listen to or watch anything that you are afraid of, first understand where your fear comes from. Research. Learn first. And then conquer that fear or face that fear. But don't come up in here with all of y'all fears and worries and, oh my God, is that voodoo? And oh my God, is that... Get some information first. Stop just walking blindly. It's like y'all running into the fire. The building is on fire and nobody's gonna run to go the opposite way to get help. Y'all all just blindly running in. Nobody's in that building but you. So that fear-based energy that you're in, you're gonna be the only one in there, and the building's gonna come tumbling down on your head. Not anybody in my chat, not anybody in my collective, and certainly not me. But I am sick of seeing that. And I like to interact with the chat, but not when it be all of that. So, there. Sometimes you gotta, like I teach my son, sometimes you have to say certain things out loud, and then you may never have to say it again. Like, you know, sometimes people just, everybody's not gonna read your mind, so I'm not gonna try to read your minds. I'm just gonna say what I need to say about that. In a minute, there won't be a chat for anybody to talk in. They keep irritating me. All right, Two of Swords, Ace of Wands in reverse. Someone's indecisive, or they don't know which way they want to go with some kind of new beginning, or they don't know if the new beginning is happening. So Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius, and a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Someone in this situation also knows more than they're either tapping into or that they're letting on. Someone could be tired, drained. They no longer desire to have this conversation. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles is in reverse. Someone hasn't made a decision, or they're not voicing their decision or their opinion or how they feel. This could have to do with love and relationships. Someone's not expressing it because they have no fucking desire to. It is draining. The situation is not, talking about it does not sustain or assist them in maintaining their stability. So someone is focused on stability. And anything that's trying to rock that boat, anything that's trying to disturb their peace, anything that's trying to disturb their reality or cause some kind of shift that would not be to their advantage, they are detaching from. Anything draining, they are detaching from. Somebody cannot stop overthinking you. Their desire to get some kind of information from you is so overwhelming. But I feel as if this is not someone who is taking action towards you to actually like ask these questions, or the way in which the energy in which they are approaching you is so draining that in order to maintain your current stability, you are having to detach completely. So they could feel as if you're cold or detached, but they are not handling their own energy. They're not handling their own emotional bag. It's like they're trying to project that energy onto you or get you to carry it, and it's not going to happen. This is likely someone you've done this with before. That's why the Two of Pentacles is here. This person pushed you to become more, to make these certain like decisive decisions, and you're not going back. Someone wants to drag you back to the past, and it really feels as if it's selfishly motivated. They think they're moving under the operation of love with the Ace of Cups, but it's not. This is love of self. Their love for you would allow you to move and operate in your current truth and then move accordingly. When something changes, they'll know. Why? Because reality will shift. Things will change. But if things remain the same, obviously nothing has changed. But someone is trying to force or coerce a change in you. And they're trying to use their emotions to do so. What's under there? Yeah, the Nine of Cups. Selfish, smug, and full of themselves. Because they're the only ones that benefit off of this. They're the only ones that feel good about this. This is causing heartbreak for you. And you know what? I feel like in this situation, maybe that was the past. It would create heartbreak for you, but it's not. Instead, it's going to end up creating heartbreak for them. This is one of those smile now or laugh now, cry later type of situations, where someone wanted to love bomb you and they felt this high sense of, you know, yeah, I know and I knew, and yeah, you see me now, don't you? Or, you know, I know that I should get some kind of access, or I know that I should be able to get in here and do what I usually do. But they're the ones that's caught in heartbreak, separation, sorrow, emotional pain, heart problems, betrayal, upset, loss, trauma, and tears. Why? Because you said no originally. You already said no. It's a no until it's a yes. Someone's trying to force a change. It's a no until it's a yes. This kind of energy is amazing. It's amazing energy. I'm not saying that it's not. But there are certain doors that will still be closed to you until the energy changes. It could be the energy between you. It could be an energy that you carry. It could be this, whatever this is that you are satisfied about, whatever is in your cup. It's not the right cocktail for this individual. So this will gain you a lot of access. This is like, if you take this energy to the doors that are open and available to you, it will work so well for you. Literally, like likely your wishes will be granted. But if you keep trying to knock on a door that is already closed and has already said no to you with this energy, like it's not going to do anything but it's going to take away your peace. It's going to take away your happiness. It's going to put you in the Three of Swords. But you started off with 9 cups, and then you got the Ace of Cups. You're on your way to 10 of Cups energy. Why would you keep knocking on a door that's draining that from you? You don't want to be drained. You want to be sustained. You either want someone that can operate in the same energy currently with you. That means their mindset, their mind, their heart, physically you're aligned. Stop trying to force your way into rooms that you are just not aligned with. That's what I'm getting. Or stop staying in rooms that you are not aligned with. Like, it is nothing wrong with trying out or trying and then just saying, okay, not yet, or not now, or this isn't the right place for me, or this isn't going to be good for me. But it doesn't mean that it's something bad. It doesn't mean that you need to fall out and go into all of this like sorrow and emotional pain, and you don't have to go through all of these feelings of betrayal and trauma and tears. You don't have to keep sending yourself through that cycle. It's just the not now. It's just the not today. This isn't good for you right now. And it's because where you are currently is really good for you, but you need to move and operate in the spaces that are open and available to you. And sometimes it'll almost feel as if every door is closed to you, but that is because you are being prepared for something more. You likely are on your way to the Ten of Cups energy. So that would mean like you're in pre-empress or pre-emperor energy. You're getting ready to, if you were to take this shift, if you were to take these doors that are no longer open to you, or these rooms that no longer feel right to you, if you would take this space for solitude, you're about to reach a place of embracing and actually like activating your sovereignty. That's Empress and Emperor energy. And when you're in that sovereignty, all of these doors will be open. There are no doors that are a no to you and your sovereign being. When you're a sovereign being, there are no no's. So, and I'm this is not, if this is you, don't take it this offensively, because what I can see is that the masses of us do this on a daily. We could be reaching this sovereign energy. If you can do it one day, why can't you do it every day? We can. But we don't like to think that things are working out for us. We always have to think that something must be going wrong, or something must be wrong with me, instead of embracing just how active spirit is in our realities now, trying to help us to cultivate this kind of power and sovereignty that we just got in the first spread. So as soon as you embrace this and see what it's pushing you into and why, the benefit of it to you, then I feel like you'll stop resisting it so much. You'll stop being on the fence about things that are meaningless or don't really matter. You'll stop giving your energy, your focus, your attention to things that are draining you instead of sustaining you and pushing you forward. Things that are killing the vibes instead of adding vibes to you. This has to do with your thought patterns. It has to do with the way you speak. Even the subjects and the things that you choose to speak on, you have to think about the energy. Is it draining, sustaining, or motivating? Like, it needs to be one of those three. Well, one of those two, because the other one doesn't help you unless it is literally taking something out of you and transmuting it in the moment. But that's all things that you are capable of. That's called transmutation or alchemy. But those are all things that you're capable of too. But it starts with you. It starts with you. So somebody is too focused on others and not focused on self. They're going to run out of this good ass energy that they got because they're too focused on trying to chase after other people to give it to, instead of giving it to yourself. And sometimes it's the hardest thing to do, because you want to give it to someone. Everybody is focused that way. We've been conditioned, the majority of us. You don't feel good unless you're doing it for someone else, but then you want someone else to do it for you. And then you end up losing your ability to do it for yourself and to do it for someone else, because you're too drained and too angry and too irritable and too victimized by the fact that you're looking at who doesn't do it for you when you could do it for you. Whew, Spirit ain't playing this morning. I don't know yet what part of this I'm getting my ass whooped on, but I know that it's somewhere in here. I can feel it. What's the Two of Swords? Got to clean up that mind. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Something is failing, or something isn't taking off the way that you want it to. You're not even fully and totally committed in whatever it is that you're complaining about. So I feel as if, I'm sorry, I got to bring the microphone closer because I need to lean back. I need to lean back to get this. Yeah, there's something here. Someone, you're giving way too much focus and attention to it, and you're overthinking the hell out of it. but you don't even care about it as much as I don't even want to say you're pretending to. Something about your current reality makes you think that it should be like a cornerstone, or it should be something that's extremely important and relevant. And it just isn't. And you can't force it. You can't force it. You're stressing yourself out. You're stressing yourself out mentally. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm not saying that it won't become what you want it to. I'm just saying that there is a way that it could happen currently, and that's even a way that you aren't aligned with. Like, you're rejecting that. So there is something here that has to do with finances or business, and it could go a lot quicker. It could go a lot faster. It could stabilize a lot sooner. And you know what you likely would have to do or how you would have to move in order to get that, but you're not willing to. So what does that say? It actually says that you don't care about it as much as you are either, I don't know if this is like deceiving yourself that you do, or you're allowing other people to deceive you into this, but it's draining. You're draining yourself. There's energy drainages here that could be closed up very easily. Yeah. And also, because you're looking at the lack in this area, it's causing lack financially in other areas, because it's like those are the glasses that you're wearing. What's the Ace of Wands in reverse? Someone, there's a lack of like a sex life, and there's a lack of attraction or desire. Someone's feeling numb here because of regrets. Because of regrets, because of wasted. You're wasting. Oh God, you're just wasting it. You're just wasting it. This Ace of Wands, you could be fully invigorated and empowered. Like, if you want to hit the ground running on something, you really could. But you are giving so much emotional attention to things that just scatter you mentally. They exhaust you. Situations that have not worked out as you planned for them to. Certain things that you're aware of, but you're like sarcastic about, so you're gossipy with it or insulting. Like, you're playing games. You're playing in a mess. That's what I'm getting. Something already spilled over. Something already is a mess. But you're just sitting and like, just, you know, I don't know if you're throwing a tantrum or crying about it and just looking at it. But you're staying on the floor. You don't have to be there. You're staying in a low vibrational space mentally, and you do not need to. As a matter of fact, what's still standing is of more value to you than what is lost that you're giving so much attention to. And it's a hole. It's a never ending, like, you're just draining yourself. So that's where your passion is. That's where your desire is. You're trying to get to the bottom of a hole that is never ending. It's those moments where you ever slammed your finger in the door? It's been so many years since I done that, and I think it's just because we're not in our bodies when we do things like that. We're moving too quickly. We're not fully in sync with our mind. And I'm not saying anything hasn't happened to me. I broke a nail the other day, and I was just focusing on I was putting a decoration on the door, and I don't know. I moved my foot in some kind of freakish way, and it broke my toenail all the way up. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, how did I do that? But I just got silent, and I just sat with the pain for a moment, and I said, pain is meant to help us focus. My mind must have drifted off to something I didn't have any business thinking about while I'm supposed to be focusing on putting up the Christmas decorations with my child. So I just went there with it. And it was fine. It didn't happen again. But it reminded me of, it used to be smashing my finger in the door. And those are always moments where I would literally like go for hours. I would be so angry because of the pain. And how did I miss that? Well, how did I do that? But the how, the why, the trying to get an answer to something that is a moment that you cannot replay unless you want to replay it. So it is a waste. It's a waste of time. Yes, it hurted. Yes, it could have been avoided. But how about just worrying about being consciously awake and paying attention and staying aware so that it doesn't happen again? Let's not focus so much so on going down that rabbit hole of how you didn't see it in the first place, okay? Because it's a waste of time. And that could even be, for some of you, maybe it's your connection, it's the person. Oh, why didn't I see this before? Why didn't I know about this before? Well, that's why you're too busy focusing on the past. That's why you don't want to give them none, or you don't want none from them, or you're not interested, or you're losing your desire for them. And now that's creating a whole nother stream of emotions. So somebody is, if you don't have a love life or you don't have a sex life, it's because you have not yet let go of certain things that are draining your life force energy. And the life force energy is where you get turned on. And I mean in every aspect, not just sexually, but you're on. You're dancing, you're a player. You're activated. So that's where that drainage is coming from. Just focus on what, woulda, coulda, shoulda, and why not. And maybe even just too much, you're blaming yourself. Like, that's how I used to be. Like, that is so stupid. I'd just be so mad that even my toe, I wanted to just be like, you idiot. Like, what would you do? Why would you have your foot like that? Why weren't you paying attention? What difference does it make? Let it go. Even like, I'll be like, why do we give that courtesy to other people, but we won't give it to ourselves? Like, for our children, usually, and I hate parents who don't do this, so, I hope this spit in your face if you do it to your child. But quit bashing them over the fucking head because they made a fucking mistake. Like, acknowledge the mistake, acknowledge how it could be better next time, and let them live their fucking lives. Let them hold their heads back up. That kind of just continuously smashing their face or trying to force them to look at what they did wrong for too long, that it's not productive. It's not productive. And it creates a version of us, and we can create that in our children. It's a curse that needs to be broken. Because we lament for too long over things that went wrong. And then we don't have the ability to just, because we can shift the perspective. The moment that you have a changed mind is a changed life. It can never happen again. You can never go through that again. But not if you're continuously holding on to it and like regenerating that same energy. So yeah, if you do that for your children, if you try really hard to get your children to let go of mistakes, or when they do something wrong. Like my son, don't be crying for 5 hours talking about you sorry because you realize that you was being mean to me. I don't care. Like, I'm okay now because you're not being mean to me anymore. But I don't want to sit with you while you cry and whine and like, no, we're not going to do that. That's trying to keep us on that sad or detached or angry at each other timeline. Let's just get right here and now with it, which is that we're at peace and everything is all good and mommy is all good. And I explained this to you and I understand and I'm actually proud of you. Look how quickly you're turning around. It takes adults a long time to do that. You're 5 years old. This is amazing. So, the same thing that we do for our kids, building them up and getting them to, let go of certain things or not be hard on themselves. Why don't we start doing that to ourselves too? And that's relevant here for whoever reading it is. All right. It could even be that this is somebody that you have been defensive with, someone that you're guarded against, but that you actually do, want to protect, or you feel as if this is someone that is worth fighting for. It's someone that you actually want in your life, but you could be hard on yourself because of what you haven't done to keep them in your life. You're wasting time. You're wasting time. You could literally just be at peace with who you are and what you're doing. And that energy alone is going to create peace and harmony, and even like an open door on the other side, so that when you are ready to do whatever it is that you intended to do, when you are ready to make or shift or change in the way that you want to, it'll be easy for you. The door will already be open for you. Everything pretty much is moving in the positive direction, moving forward. So yeah, definitely letting go of regrets, letting go of past scenarios, trying to get to the bottom of certain things. Someone could be letting that go currently, or that's definitely what needs to happen. It's going to bring your satisfaction back. Yeah, if nothing else, even if, like I said, that door may not be open yet to you, but it's certainly going to change the way that you're feeling. Like, you're going to be feeling good. And this is going to open up other things for you. Eight of Pentacles, something that you're working on is going to have really good results for you. This could be a job or a skill development. You're developing some kind of skill that is a wish fulfillment, and you may even have a wish that is being granted. You're going to see just how helpful something is to you, just how of value something is that you've been working on. You're going to see the value of it. What's the Nine of Cups to the Ace of Cups? The Sun in reverse. I feel like this helping hand, or even this confirmation, is coming to you in the midst of darkness. This could even be a space where it couldn't be anything else. This is how you're going to know. This may have to do with like emotional growth or spiritual growth. There's something that you've been working on, maybe that nobody else knows about. Something that you've been building up, working on, a development of a skill, a talent, mastery of something. You're accomplishing something that you were very eager to accomplish, and you're going to receive evidence or even like a gift sometimes, the Ace of Cups. But this offering, whatever this is being offered to you, this genuine expression or this act of kindness, is coming at a space and time where you're going to know that what's not seen has been seen. You're going to know that it's working. That's all. You're just going to know that it's working. Sometimes it's just evidence for you only. What's this Ace of Cups? Happiness, deep relationships. This is the start of a very auspicious period for the Corin of joy, happiness, and love. They will all feature in good measure in your life. Personal relationships, whether they're close companionship, romance, or even marriage, are particularly favored. Also, since the ruling element of water is associated with the feminine aspects of nature, which stress sensitivity, self-awareness, and intuition. Creative outpourings or spiritual experiences are also indicated. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Your clarity, something is going to make your cup overflow, or it already has. It made your cup overflow, and maybe no one else understands or knows where this came from or how this came about, but it was meant for you. That's why it's particularly something that is happening in the darkness, but it's happening on purpose, because it's to develop your sensitivity to certain things like this, your awareness of certain things like this. You're learning to trust and pay attention to your intuition. Someone is almost feel like spirit is like sneak tipping you to tap into your spirituality. You could be actually resistant to spiritual influence, but certain things that occur in your life will touch you in such a positive way that it can't be denied. So for some of you, your eyes are going to be open and you're going to have to see evidence of your being and your sovereignty, whether you want to or not. Anything else here? Because we still got space. No, we're just going back in a circle. Oh, yeah. You can choose to resist the clarity. This is coming towards you to clarify something. And it is to correct something that went wrong physically for you. It could have went wrong, you know, financially. It could have went wrong in business, something that you gave up on, or something you're indecisive now about. You may not really want to, or you are consistently on the fence about whether you want to pursue this or whether you want to do this or you want to put forth the effort. And it's because you just continue to see the clarity of something that is being revealed to you. Okay. And then, I don't know, you just turn the lights off on yourself. It's like you see it and then you just turn around and go back into your cave. That's up to you. You can if you want to. Again, it all started with it's a choice. You don't have to walk out and, you know, live or become anything. But I do feel as if you are being awakened to certain things. And so if you're going to complain about how it's not working or how it's not moving forward when the power is yours, I don't, you know, what else is there to be said here? I'm getting that this is your exodus. This is the way that you get back on track. But there is a part of you that wants to focus more on unrealistic goals. You want to focus more on the lack of progress of certain things. You want to continue with the short-term focus instead of looking at the long-term potential. And you just want to kind of go back to a lifestyle that wasn't very healthy for you. In some ways, you're even judging yourself harshly. Like you're being rebellious and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you feel like you're being disloyal, there is something wrong with that. You could have hidden beliefs about disloyalty and what disloyalty brings. Like you could have fear that there are consequences for not being loyal. So why would you do that to yourself? Either you have to change how you think or see something, or you have to change your ways. Because you're frustrating yourself on purpose. But you don't have to. You don't have to. And the power is yours. You can conquer that. You can conquer that. I'm getting that you're receiving the clarity of how to. I'm getting that you already have done it. So this could be revealed to you currently. And it's going to be up to you what you choose to do moving forward. But honoring your truth is always really the best pursuit of happiness and contentment and satisfaction. And that's where the money comes from, if that's what all of this kind of boils down to. Something that isn't going well financially for you, but has great potential to. All right, that's it. That's it for now, you guys. I'll be back with another one, and I will see you guys in the next live. Bye.